friends, this is Moon here and welcome again to my channel. So friends, as you can see in the screen, that today's topic of discussion is Riders to the Sea by J.M. Singe. Riders to the Sea is the name of a play by J.M. Singe and this is an one-act play. So actually friends, this video is a requested video, so thank you so much for requesting this. So in this video, I'm going to discuss some important facts, character list of Riders to the Sea and the main crux or main theme of Riders to the Sea, along with the suggestiveness of the title of Riders to the Sea and summary. So before jumping into the main section, we have to know few things about the Riders to the Sea. So this play Riders to the Sea was first performed at Molesworth Hall, which was situated in Dublin, 25th of February 1904. And the main protagonist of this play is Moria. So this play is an one-act play. So now we have to know about the source of inspiration of writing Riders to the Sea. So inspired by William Butler Yeats, who was a kind of fellow college mate or friend of James Singe, Singe went to visit Aran Island of Inishmen. And there he heard the story of a man who was died by drowning. So from that story, he took the inspiration of writing Riders to the Sea. So now just clear the concept that Aran Islands are a group of 3 islands, okay? And the islands are located at the mouth of Galway Bay. It is situated in the west of Ireland. So the name of the 3 islands that made up Aran Islands are, first one is Inishmore, which is the largest one. Then the second one is Inishman. This is the second largest one, and the third one is Inisheer. So this one is the smallest, okay? So in Riders to the Sea, Singe showcases the lifestyle of the people of Inishman, who actually speaks in the local Irish language. So check out the map of Aran Islands in order to understand it more clearly. So you can see that in one side of Galway Bay there is country Galway and the other side there is country Clare. And in the middle of Galway Bay there is situated Aran Islands. So I think you are able to understand it. So after this, we have to know about the character list of Riders to the Sea by J.M. Singe. So at first we have the names of the female characters. At first we have Moria as the tragic female protagonist. Friends, you can pronounce Moria as Mauria also, okay? So Moria or Mauria is an old woman who always laments for the death of her male family members, and she always fears to lose her last remaining son, whose name is Bertley. Then we have the character of Kathleen. She is Moria's older daughter. She is almost 20 years of old and she maintains the household duties. Okay. Then we have the next character of Nora, who is Moria's younger daughter. After this we have the male characters. So we have the character of Bertley, who is Moria's last remaining son. But by the end of this play, Bertley also died by drowning. So in this play, Moria also mentioned the names of her dead sons, who are Sean, Seamus, Stephen, Patch and Michael. So at this point, we have to understand one thing, that before the play started, Michael was missing. And in the course of the play, the playwright J.M. Singe made this point clear that Michael is now no more. He was also drowned. In this play, Moria also mentioned about her dead husband and her dead father-in-law. We have other characters like various men and women who carried the dead body of Bertley in the last part of the play. So various men and women, they are the islander, okay? And also we have the character of young priest, though he didn't appear in the play, but Moria, Kathleen, Nora, they mention about him and his wars. So now we have to know about the theme of Riders to the Sea. So this play, Riders to the Sea, is generally called as a lyrical tragedy in a classical style. In this play, the heroine is a brave old peasant Irish woman named Moria. So actually here, James Singe's main aim was to showcase the poignant tragedy which was inherent in the life of the fishermen community of the Aran Island of Inishmen, which is situated in the west coast of Ireland. Here, the protagonist, who is Moria, faces tragic circumstances and confronts the tragic condition with novel and social control. So here in this play, the main theme is the conflict between the nature or natural forces and human life, in which the natural forces triumphs over human life. And in this play, nature is seen as a magisterial force that remorselessly exceeds or takes all life. So here the natural force is sea, because as belonging to the fisherman community, the members of the island actually dependent on the sea. So the sea here plays two roles. On one hand, the sea is a kind of sustainer or the source of living. On the other hand, the sea is also a destroyer. So thus, as a dramatist, Synge wants to highlight the Irish peasant life, their struggle, the Irish folklore and language through Riders to the Sea. So as I said before that the story of Riders to the Sea is drawn out from the actual life of the islanders or people of the island who extract their sustenance from the sea or who are entirely dependent on sea for their daily living. But things goes worst when the sustainer, which is sea, turns out to be a destroyer. So I think that this point is clear. So now we have to know one more thing, which is this play Riders to the Sea is an one act play, and for this reason it is also said that this play is the only perfect tragedy written in one act. Okay, so now we have to know that how for the title Riders to the Sea brings out the entire theme or the main theme. Okay, so the title of Riders to the Sea itself suggests the theme of the play, which is, as I said before, the conflict between the human beings and the natural forces, which is the mighty sea. It is also said that the sea is a powerful horse and the fishermen of Aran Islands are its riders, who constantly make efforts to take on this mighty force, but they always lose and pay for their arrogance by death. So thus here Synge makes one point clear, that human beings are helpless in the hands of natural forces. Okay, so now we have to remember a few things, which is before the play begins, Moria already lost her husband, her father-in-law, 4 of her sons, and her another son, Michael, was missing. And Moria has 6 sons in total and 2 daughters. Okay, so now let's read the summary. So the play Riders to the Sea opens with a scene in the kitchen of a lonely seacoast cottage of Moria with Kathleen and Nora. So actually Kathleen was in kitchen and she was making cake, and at that time Moria was laying down or she was sleeping because she was so much grief stricken. And then Nora brings out a small bundle of clothes and she tells Kathleen that these clothes maybe belong to their brother Michael, who was missing for a week. And Nora also informs Kathleen that the young priest informed them that a body of drowned man was found at Donegal, and they are assuming that the body might be Michael's. Okay, so this is the opening scene. So as both the sisters were discussing about the clothes and about Michael, then there comes Moria. Then both the sisters tried to hide the bundle of clothes from their mother Moria, because they have already lost 6 male family members, right? But Moria is a practical lady. She laments all the time for her lost sons, her husband's father, but she is prepared for the funeral of Michael because she, in her mind, knows that Michael is no more. So Moria, with her 2 daughters, discusses about their last remaining male family member, who is Bartley. Actually, Bartley wants to go to the sea in order to reach to Connemara, to the Galway Fair. So in the Galway Fair, he wants to sell horses so that he can get some money. But as being a practical lady, Moria do not want her son to go to the hungry, stormy, mighty sea. And that's why she tries to dissuade Bartley from not going to the sea. And she also hopes that the young priest will not allow Bartley to go to the sea. But Nora informed Moria that the young priest and few other people said that they will not stop Bartley from going to the sea, because according to the young priest, Moria has lost everything. That's why God will not take the life of Bartley. So this is the belief of the young priest. So all the efforts ultimately fails because Bartley remained firm in his decision to reach to the fair. So when Bartley leaves the house, Moria cries out because she was predicting that her last son will never return. Then she went to give him food and blessings because while leaving, Bartley forgot to take food and Moria also refused to give him blessings. That's why Kathleen told Moria to go to Bartley to offer or give him food and blessings. Okay? So when Moria leaves the house to offer food to Bartley and give him blessings, both of Moria's daughters, means Kathleen and Nora, checked the bundle of clothes that was given to Nora by the young priest and recognized that the clothes belongs to Michael. So now it is clear that Michael is no more. Then after Moria's return to her cottage, she clears the fact that Bartley didn't listen to her and goes to the sea by riding on the red mare with the grey pony behind him. So these things are quite important. So you have to remember that Bartley was riding on the red mare and the grey pony was behind him. Then Moria also told her daughters a shocking fact, that she had a vision that Michael's ghost riding behind Bartley. So at this point, Moria started remembering about the tragic circumstances, about the devastating hungry roars of the ocean on which 6 male members of her family and now also Michael fall. Okay? Then her daughters Kathleen and Nora informed Moria about the death as well as the proper Christian burial of Michael. And Kathleen also gave the bundle of cloth to Moria as a kind of proof. Okay? So as Moria is fearing about the coming death on Bartley and she was remembering the earlier deaths, at this point the islanders bring Bartley's body into the cottage because Bartley was also drowned as the grey pony knocked him into the sea. So then the entire family is so much remorseful. Then Moria sprinkles some holy water on the corpse of Bartley and she accepts the cruel destiny of fate and claims that now she has no worries and she can sleep peacefully at night. It means that she can die peacefully because the sea took away all the male family members of Moria's family and nothing else remained left. And thus she prays for the peaceful rest of all the male family members. And then the white boars, which she was prepared for Michael's burial or coffin, she's thinking that the white boars will now be used for Bartley's coffin. And thus Moria accepts the cruel fate, or we can say that the eternal truth, which is no man at all can be living forever. After this, she kneels down and thus the play ends. That's it friends. Thank you so much for watching this video.